hidden between Lake Champlain and the Adirondacks. Where the farm fields meet the forest, there's a little place called Beartown. New York State is home to hundreds of lost ski areas, little community hills that eventually ended operations. However, Beartown is not a lost ski area. In fact, Beartown continues to defy what should be possible and remains the center of a local ski community as it has since 1957.
We started in 1957. My father and a few other people were asked by the Council of Community Services, which was an organization in Clinton County, to try to find a winter recreation area for the youth of Clinton County. And so they searched all around Clinton County, and the only real hills were here on Rand Hill, which were on the lower part of that. And they found this property, which was farmland. Norris Riel kept his cows here in the summertime, and in the wintertime, the land was all unoccupied. And so my father approached Mr. Riel about the possibility of starting a little ski area here in the winter. And they worked out a deal where they bought the land for $1, and with the stipulation that they would pay him to run it and his wife would run the concession. So that started in 1957. Started with a single rope tow, which is run by a car engine. And basically, it was a stick shift, and Mr. Riel would put it first gear and second gear, and then if something happened, he put it in neutral. And so we grew up with a rope tow. You went through many pairs of mittens. You didn't wear gloves because the rope, you had to let it slip through your hand before you could grab onto it. And so it'd wear the gloves out. So you had special mittens that had really heavy leather palms in them. So it went from one rope tow to two rope tows, side by side. I say side by side, probably 10 feet apart. And then we added a third rope tow, which was called the bunny tow, which was just for little kids, lower to the ground. And so we all grew up with rope tows. And then in 1972, we put the T-bar in. It's a Hall lift, they were produced in Watertown, New York. And so that got put in 72. Before Whiteface even had snowmaking, Beartown put snowmaking in. And they built a pond, which is sort of above the hill. I say above it, above the bottom of the hill. And dammed it all off. That's where the water comes from for the snowmaking. And so we had, I would say 1964, I think, is when they put the first snowmaking in. And from there, we used that same pond. All the piping got changed. The original piping was all aluminum irrigation pipe. And what they found is that aluminum being a really big conductor, it would freeze very easily. Probably 2004, we put in all steel lines, and now we have no problem with anything freezing. The big thing about snowmaking is the water always has to be coming off the top of the very end of the pipe. Because if it doesn't, then everything from that point down will freeze. So you always have to have water going off the top.
While Beartown hasn't lost its vintage charm, operating methods have changed over the years.
3 years ago, at Mount Pisgah in Saranac Lake was auctioning off their snowmaking guns, which are way better version of snowmaking than what we had. And so we got 5 guns for, I think it was like $4,000. And a new one of those guns now costs $50,000. So that was a pretty big savings for us. And now the snowmaking is way easier than it ever used to be. These guns don't freeze up. They produce a lot of snow, and so it makes snowmaking a little easier than it used to be. The original lodge was actually a mule barn from the Plattsburgh Air Force Base, and they actually took it apart, brought it here, put it back together, and I believe right where we're standing is really part of the original mule barn.
Big thing you get in trouble with a groomer is the back is so wide that when you go around a corner, you have to watch the tail swing. So what I always do is I keep the front blade is as wide as the tiller is. So if I know I can get through, if this will go through, the back will go through.
Yeah.
So when I start to turn this way, that means the back is going to go towards that. So you have to sort of look in your rear view mirror and make sure you don't hit anything when you're turning.
How did you learn to do this?
Just, working construction 30 years of my life, I learned how to run all kinds of different equipment. So it was really just a matter of learning the controls and stuff like that. I mean, it's no different than like really running a bulldozer kind of thing, except with the tiller in the back. So you got to drop the tiller, right, and then yellow light needs to stay on. When it shuts off, it's doing it by itself. I'm not doing it. So and if I want to till deeper,
Beartown wouldn't be possible without a handful of dedicated people, tirelessly working behind the scenes to ensure smooth operation year after year.
I got involved in Beartown when I was just a little kid. My mother and father, my parents, I have a brother and two sisters, and we all began skiing at the ripe old age of 4 or 5 years old, and Beartown was obviously the place to go then. And my father got involved with helping out on the board of directors at the time, back in the 50s, early 60s. And so I learned to ski here, skied for quite a while, got involved in other things during, junior high school and high school and college. Came back and moved back into the area. And then I met my wife, and we traveled a little bit, but we came back to the area and we started having children, and again, trying to get them involved in skiing as well. Well, the board of directors, we used to have 25 or so members of the board. It's kind of whittled itself down into active members. We've probably got 10 or 12 active members. We meet once a month just to discuss business, the business plan, what we're going to do for the year. All the different, we talk about snowmaking, talk about the ski patrol, talk about the hill operation. That's where we decide, okay, what needs to be repaired, what things do we need to work on this year. During the off season, there's a tremendous amount of work that gets done that people may not see throughout the season, throughout the year. We're up here, this year we put in some new lighting in the fall on the hill. We've put a new barn in. We've upgraded some of the sheds, some of the T-bar shacks, some of the shacks over the years. It's all that sort of thing, and and all the board members are, one of the mission of us is to, we don't pay anybody. It's all volunteer, and we want them to come up and help us out. There's 3-4 of us that are heavily actively involved, and then we bring on everybody as they have time. We have, work days. We have organized work days where we have specific things that we need to do, and it kind of works on a as-needed basis. Our mission is to provide low-cost winter sports activity to the local community, and that's been our mission forever. And that can't be done without the volunteers and without people. So as people, younger kids, they start to come in, we'll entice the parents. Anybody that, is good with a wrench, good with a hammer, that's more than willing to help out. And we'll join them, we'll have them join up, and it kind of just evolves. And then after a period of time, when a lot of times you lose kids, or you lose families, you lose volunteers. Once the kids age out, they'll age out. They go from here. They might go to Titus for a couple of years. Then they'll graduate to Whiteface or what have you. Kids graduate high school. They go off to college. Their families become less involved. It's just been a real kind of very satisfying activity for me, for Mike, for many of the volunteers here, by just in the wintertime when the kids are skiing and it's a beautiful day and they're just, it's for the kids, and it's they're having a ball, and it's just so much fun. And we just really enjoy that, being able to provide an activity for the local community. That's it's kind of self-satisfying, so to speak.
What keeps Beartown thriving, and why do you love it? Why do you keep coming
back?
Yeah.
We keep coming back because we love the kids.
And it's rewarding to see the kids that don't want to go up but come down. And they've accomplished that, and you can tell the self-confidence changes. Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun to watch the kids.
And what keeps it relevant, I think, is that it is a good place for families to bring their children.
Yeah.
It, for the most part, has a good, wholesome atmosphere.
So how did you come to be involved with Beartown?
Well, I was looking for a way to kind of beat the doldrums of winter and teach my daughter how to ski. And my wife was good friends with Heidi Schnackenberg, who does lessons or runs the lesson program here at Beartown. And I reached out to her, and she set me up, and I haven't looked back since. I can't speak to how nice everyone's been and how accommodating they are of different skill levels and how welcoming the atmosphere is here. You can go at your own level. You don't have to feel pressured into going too fast or feel bad about going too slow, so I really do appreciate that about it.
Often people ask me why I do what I do, because I volunteer, and what I do is coordinate the skiing and snowboarding lessons, which is, I do the work during the week as much as on the weekends. So it's quite a bit to do as a volunteer. I mean, I get to ski for free and I get free coffee. Coffee's really good, but it is still a lot of work. And so people ask, why do I do what I do? And I do what I do because what Beartown does for the community is important. Skiing and snowboarding are wonderful sports, but they are cost prohibitive. And that means that not everybody gets to enjoy them. But a place like Beartown means that, it's affordable, it's a family feel, and it means that everybody can try to ski and everybody can try to snowboard. And our lessons are affordable, and they're done by people who are so talented and so caring for both children and adults. So I think it's a wonderful thing. I love the idea that everybody gets a chance to do this, not just people who can afford it. So that's why I do what I do, and I love Beartown.
Besides private lessons, the Beartown Ski Team has a huge impact in teaching local youth how to ski. What do you like about the Beartown Ski Team?
What I like about it is that it's fun and it helps you learn how to ski.
My favorite part is probably the coaches helping us how to learn good things.
I like that you can learn a lot of different things and the coaches like to help you. I like ski team because you can learn from a young age and get better as you grow. That when you ski, you can be with your friends and you can learn how to ski if you don't know how to ski. Ski team is fun because you can meet all your friends and you can ski down with them. That you can learn about how to ski better, improve your skiing. What I like about ski team, the duck race.
The duck race? Can you explain what that is?
It's where you race ducks.
Oh, yeah.
And you get to color them. And even if your mom or dad opens a soda can and it has a soda top, you can put it on your duck's tail to make it go faster.
Oh, yeah. Keeping Beartown operating smoothly has its fair share of challenges. The T-bar frequently suffers mechanical failures, prompting a swift bar change before operation can resume. Aging equipment, however, is only a minor obstacle compared to overcoming very difficult weather. 2024 has been an extremely rough season for the slopes in upstate New York. With little natural snow, snowmaking has become not only important, but essential to staying open. We're in trouble tonight. It's currently almost 7 o'clock, and it's about 55 degrees outside. I'm walking on ice. The hill is bare in places. The hill has slush, water. It's really bad. We're gonna have maybe 24, 30, or 36 hours to recover. We're gonna give it our best shot because this is it. We're gonna try to push through one more weekend, get the Beartown Olympics underway. So let's see if we can do it. the 2024 season would conclude with the Beartown Olympics. Tell me about what the Beartown Olympics is.
It's basically where like you do a lot of downhill skiing, like courses and fun activities like a jump, which I got 18 feet on.
Wow. And that brings us to today. The season is over and the slopes are silent, beginning a months-long hibernation for Beartown. But everyone will return next winter as Beartown continues to do what it's been doing for 67 years, serving its community one trip up the T-bar at a time. My name's Harrison Smith. I'm a proud, lifelong skier here at Beartown Ski Area, and I'll see you next time. Flow.
Is that, oh my gosh, good smile on your face?
Is this the best day of the season? Because root beer float? Or because Olympics? Or both?
Because of both.
Because of